Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Sajid, and you are watching my YouTube channel. And in this current video series, we are learning Python programming language. So today's video is about Python Booleans, yeah? So guys, let's start. Right. So what are booleans? Let's first try to understand them. Booleans represent one of two values, as you know, true or false. These are not unique to this only Python language, but you know that these are available in almost all programming languages. Boolean values, true or false values, yeah. So Boolean values in programming, you often need to know if an expression is true or false, like there is some calculation or some and in result you would or there is some comparison, and in the response or as a result of that particular like calculation or comparison, you want to know if the answer is true or false, yeah. So that is what is called, like, often you need to know if an expression is true or false. So you can evaluate any expression in Python and get one of two answers, true or false, yeah. So when you compare two values, the expression is evaluated and Python returns Boolean answer, yeah. So here we see in this example. Okay, so let me make it a little simple. Okay, that's my Anaconda prompt. Is it working? Yes. So print 10 is greater than 9 here. So it's true, you know. Here I have an expression 10 comparison 10 is greater than 9, and it returns me true. Similarly, if I make equal comparison, if 10 is equal to 9, it's false, as you know, and if 10 is less than 9 is false. So this is how in Python, when you compare two values, the expression is evaluated and Python returns Boolean values. So keep remember this. So when you run a condition in an if statement, Python returns true or false. Here we have an example. So what we have, one variable, a is equal to 200, b is equal to 33, and we're saying if b is greater than a, the print b is greater than a, else print b is not greater than a. So because b is smaller, so first expression if becomes true, so sorry, false, because b is smaller and a is bigger, so this becomes false, yeah. And print b is greater than, it's not printed, b is greater than a, rather we reach to else part where b is not greater than a is printed. So now if I swap these values like this, and b I make 200 and then run the code, now you know b is greater than a is fine, because now we have swapped the values and if statement becomes true and we are getting this result. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you, and if statement needs true or false values to run. Next we have Boolean function, allows us to evaluate any value and give us true or false in return. For example, evaluate a string with this Boolean hello. So if we take these two values, copy them and run in our Anaconda see here. So when we are printing Boolean hello, it returns true, and when we have value of 15, it returns true. So Boolean is a function that allows you to evaluate any value. Yeah. So what is happening here? Now we are evaluating two variables. Before we have evaluated two like one text and one number directly. Here we have a variable, and see here the answer is same even if we have assigned this text and variable number to variables, and then evaluated them for true or false and then printed. So what happens is most values are true. Almost any value which is evaluated by this bool function returns as true if it has some sort of content. Yeah? Any string is true except empty strings. Just keep remember this. Any number is true except 0. So any list, so for example here we have, if we change this to 0, now it's false. Yeah, now you know this. And similarly, if we don't give any value, it gives false, because now we have empty string and 0, so answer is false. Okay, yeah, so any list, tuple, set and dictionary are true except empty ones. Okay, so see here we have this ABC text, and it is true, number 1232, and then we have this collection of information like apple, cherry, banana, and it is true, right? Okay, then we have some values are false. In fact, there are not many values that evaluate to accept false except empty values such as this. Yeah, square brackets, curly brackets, quotes which are empty, the number 0 and the value none, and of course the value false evaluates to false. Here, see here, so when we are printing this, if false is false, none is false, 0 is false, and this empty string is false, two brackets are false, square brackets are false, and curly brackets evaluate to false. Yeah, so one more value or object in this case evaluates to false, and that is if you have an object that is made from a class with a this function that returns 0 or false. Yeah, okay, so what happening here we have one class, my class, then we have a function, yeah, and then which returns 0, and we have an object of this class, and when we are evaluating that for true or false, it returns false. Yeah, okay, right, so next look at functions can return a Boolean value. You can create functions that return a Boolean value. See here we have this function, right? So if we run it in a conda, let's go there. Okay, that's our screen, make clean, and then let's type it, def my function, okay, colon, return true, okay, then print my function true, right? Why? Because when we are calling this function, this is returning true and we have printed true. Okay, so it means a function can also return a value true. You can execute code based on Boolean answer of a function. Okay, and next we have example, if yes, the function returns true, otherwise print no. Okay, so here we have one function which returns true, and then we have if statement, my function, it means if it will be true, the print is yes. If it is false, it will be no. So if I change this to false and run code again, it should have answer no. See, no. It means a function can return either false or true, and based on that we can take some decision, like here we are having one if statement. Okay. Further, Python also has many built-in functions that return a Boolean value like isInstance function, which can be used to determine if an object is of a certain data type. For example, here we are checking if x is equal to 200. This variable with value of 200 is in this x is instance of type like int. Yeah, so when we are printing this return us true. This we can check on our anaconda as well. X is equal to 200, then print is instance TANCE x int, and answer is true. Yeah, right. So here we have seen here I have reached the end of this chapter, and we have learned that in how many and what situations we have the values true or false are returned or available to do some comparisons or if statements or other functions. So here we have this okay, yeah. So here we have first seen is instance function. Okay, then we have seen we can return true or false in functions, and we have seen Boolean this Boolean function evaluates different values for true and false, and what values return true and what values return false when they are evaluated. Yeah, and then we have seen like we can have variables, they are evaluated for true, and also we have seen so we have seen here we have variables and we have comparison in if statement, and then it evaluates to true or false, and then we our if statements are executed accordingly. Okay, so that's all for today's video. I hope you have learned a lot about Python booleans, these true and false value. These are very useful and used extensively. I hope this video has been informative for you. Please share it with your colleagues and friends, and please subscribe our channel, like the video, so that we can bring more videos for you. Okay, I would be leaving now. I'll be back with another video soon. Till that time, take care, bye bye, and Allah Hafiz.